I'll leave it on for a little bit.
NBC Sports presents Major League Baseball Game of the Week.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Major League Baseball's Game of the Week. And today we go back in time to the greatest Stratomatic teams of all time league. So welcome those who will be in here to this chat today. Going to be rolling my own dice, I'm thinking, for something like this. When I roll games online, because I think it might have more excitement to it. People like to see dice rolled. I'm not going to be coaching either team. I'll let the computer kind of make decisions, kind of make their own choices, but I will be rolling dice for them as we go forward here. So today's game will start in Cincinnati, and then we'll decide how you want to see this. I can probably do Monday Night Baseball games, kind of pick a game every Monday night on the schedule, Saturday, stuff like that. Kind of don't want to jump on demos project for a game of the week. I want to do something maybe that people haven't tried yet. But the normal opening day matchup is always in Cincinnati, so we're going to go ahead and do this. It's going to be Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. We'll be playing Stratomatic Super Advanced. We're not going to be playing with ballpark effects, I don't believe. Nope, they're not on, just because I'm using some teams that don't have them. So we're not going to be able to do that. I'm using a pitch count, a little bit different than Stratomatic Fatigue. That's played in here, because I kind of enjoy playing that at times. I'm going to limit pitchers to about 100 to 110 pitches for most of these guys. So the bullpens will need to be used. Injuries are on, but I believe I turned them off only to be a daily injury too. So let's go with the lineups. For the home standing 1975 world champion Cincinnati Reds: Foster, Geronimo, Griffey, Rose, Concepcion, Morgan, Perez, bench, and then Gary Nolan's on the mound for Cincinnati, a right-hander. For the Mets, it'll be Dykstra, Backman, Hernandez, Strawberry, Carter, Mitchell in left, Johnson, Santana, and doing the designated hitting today will be Danny Heap. This is going to be Universal DH League, and I'm not going to have pitchers hit. So let's do this from Riverfront. Gary Nolan on the mound, as he'll make the first pitch of this greatest team season, as we'll get opening day started here in Cincinnati. Let's do it for Mr. Dykstra. He'll swing away. Here comes Dykstra, and the first pitch is underway. Oh, Jesus, 6-10. That is gone. So Lenny Dykstra leads off the top of the first inning. 6-10 to a lefty. It's a home run, 1-13. That is a 1, and I think he sent it out of here. So a long home run, 6-10 on the 1. And Dykstra starts the game off going, gone, goodbye. Wow, greatest teams league. Dykstra homers to start the game, and the Mets lead 1-0. So here's Wally Backman. Nobody out top first. So Nolan now, probably the first pitch of the game, he only threw one pitch. So he sees the first pitch of this league, and he sent it out of here. Put that ball in the Hall of Fame. Here's Wally Backman, gets to start versus righties. That's going to be a 2-4 ground ball at first. Again, we're not playing ballpark single results. So it'll be picked up by Perez, takes it to the bag himself, and that is one away. And now here is Keith Hernandez. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Left-handed hitter. Gary Nolan looks in. And the pitch. 6-9's not going to be good. That's going to be a drive in the gap. That'll be a double for Hernandez, as he gets the 1-4 triple split, and he gets the 11. So Hernandez doubles. Mets second base of the ball game. And now here's Darryl Strawberry. So Gary Nolan struggling here in the first inning already. Sparky Anderson looks on. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 2-8, and Strawberry sends the ball deep to right center field. That's going to be trouble. Hernandez will score from second, and the Mets are on a roll here in Cincinnati. Strawberry with an RBI double. He missed a home run, 45% double, and he rolled to 15. 2-0 Mets in the first. Here's the catcher, Gary Carter. Wow, what a start for the Mets here. 2 in the first. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan from the stretch in the pitch. 2, sick, ground ball to short. Runner will hold. Picked up by Concepcion. Throws them out, and there's 2 outs. So now here's the left fielder, Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell, 277 hitter, 1343 on the season. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan trying to get out of this first inning of his. There's the pitch, 4-5, pop the third. Rose will get it, puts it in his glove, and that retires the side. But the Mets get 2 runs on 3 hits. Bottom of the first coming up. Mets 2, Reds nothing coming up the bat. On the mound for the New York Mets, Dwight Gooden. Mitchell, Dykstra, Strawberry's your defensive alignment. Johnson, Santana, Backman, Hernandez, Carter behind the plate, and Doc Gooden on the mound. The Red lineup is Rose, Griffey, Morgan, Bench, Perez, Foster. Dreesen's your DH, Concepcion, and Geronimo is your center fielder. Let's continue here from Riverfront Stadium. Here's Pete Rose, 317 hitter. Will bat left-handed against Gooden. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the windup. And that's going to be a 5-7. Struck him out. The good doctor gets a strikeout, and that's the first out of the ball game. So Rose down on strikes. And now here's Ken Griffey, 305 hitter, 4 homers, 46 RBIs. Gooden from the windup and the pitch. That's a 2-8. That's a ground ball to short. Santana's got a good hop, throws them out, and that is the second out here in the first. So now here's the second baseman, Joe Morgan, 327, 1794, MVP in 75. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden with the windup and the pitch. 4-9. There's a first base of the ball game for the Reds. I'll go in the gap. We'll see if Morgan's got speed. Nope, he'll hold there a long single. Let's see if the computer decides to run on Gooden here. It's a +2 to Morgan. I would. Let's see. And he goes to second. So what's up? Was it? It was a balk. So Gooden balks Morgan the second. Runner on second, 2 outs for the catcher, Johnny Bench. Not playing clutch either. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the stretch. We'll see if Bench can get a big hit here. 6-9. Oh, that's going to be a single on a 1. And the 20 is wow, it's a 1. Holy cow. Base hit, Johnny Bench gets the 5% single. Morgan moves to third, and it's first and third Reds with 2 outs. So now here's Tony Perez. 20 home runs, 109 RBIs. Very underrated player. He's in the Hall of Fame, but Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the stretch. First and third, 2 out. Pitch to Perez. 2-6, struck him out. Big strikeout for Gooden, and that is out number 3. The Cincinnati Reds, no runs, 2 hits. They strand both. 1 inning of play in Riverfront. Mets 2, and the Reds nothing. So for the Mets, Howard Johnson, followed by Rafael Santana, and Danny Heap will bat for the Mets. So Johnson will lead off against Nolan. Nolan looks in, and the pitch. 6-10. He hit it again, just what Dykstra did the first time. 6-10, deep drive. That could be trouble, and it's gone. Howard Johnson. So reservations made for Howard Johnson, and the Mets lead 3-0. A solo homer for Hojo, and the Mets are all over Gary Nolan here in the second. They lead 3-0. The Mets 3 runs on 4 hits. Here's Rafael Santana. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan with the pitch. That's going to be a 1-5. That's going to be a line drive. The shortstop, and the out is made, 1 away. Here is the shortstop. Here is the designated hitter, Danny Heat, gets to start today with the universal DH. Good guy to have against righties. Nolan puts down the sign. Here's the pitch to Heat. 6-6, fly ball in the right field. That'll be a catch made for Griffey. Makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Now back to Lenny Dykstra. Homered his first time up on the first pitch of the ball game and the first pitch of this greatest team season. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan looks in. The wind-up pitch to Dykstra. 5-4, ground ball to short. That's hit at Concepcion. He's a 1-E-20. Should be a fairly easy play for Davey. comes up with it and throws them out to end the inning. But the Mets add a run on a Hojo home run. Bottom of the second coming up. It's 3-0 Mets. 3-0 Mets. Bottom of the second inning here, Riverfront Stadium. So now here's Foster, followed by Dreesen and Concepcion. Will bat against Gooden. Again, Doc Gooden only used about 20 pitches in the first inning. Still looking good. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden with the pitch. 5-7 and struck him out. Big strikeout for Gooden. Foster down on strikes, out number 3. Dan Dreesen, the batter, designated hitter. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden with the windup and the pitch. 6-7 ground ball to second. That's Backman. Not much of a defensive player. He is a 3E30. Let's see if he comes up with this. It's up the middle. Puts the glove down and throws him out. Nice play by Backman. Here's a shortstop, probably one of the best Venezuela shortstops of all time, Davey Concepcion. One of the best shortstops of all time who ever played on turf. How about that? Carter puts down the sign. Gooden with the windup pitch to Concepcion. 3-6. Single 1-5. Has a 20% chance to get himself a base hit. That's a 7, so that will be denied. Santana with the play and ends the second inning. We play 2, Mets 3, Reds nothing. So now here's Wally Backman. It'll be Backman, Hernandez, and Strawberry against Gary Nolan here in the third. Nolan, 40 pitches through 2 innings. Must get that pitch count down. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan with the pitch. 4-6. Struck him out looking. So Backman down on strikes. He looked right at it, and Bench framed it, and there's one away here in the third. Here's Hernandez. Doubled his first time up. Bench puts down the sign. Here's a pitch from Nolan. 6-6. Fly ball on right. Albie Griffey comes up with it, makes the catch, and there's 2 quick outs. So good starter with third inning for Nolan. And now here's Strawberry. Strawberry doubled in a run his last time up. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan gets the nod. Here's a pitch in the third inning. 6-2, and that's gone. Strawberry sends it deep to right field. It is far. It is deep. It is gone. An automatic home run. 6-2 on the pitcher's card. And it is now 4-0 as Darryl Strawberry comes across home plate, gives the high five to Gary Carter and Kevin Mitchell, and the Mets lead 4-0, their third home run of the ball game. Here's Gary Carter. Holy cow. Nolan looks in. Boy, Captain Hook over there. Sparky Anderson probably getting his bullpen up soon. 4-10. Ground ball to third. That's hit at Pete Rose. He gets a good hop. Rose is a 3E16. He comes with it in the hole, and as he throw him out, he picks up and throws in time. But the Mets get another run on, another solo home run. We go to the bottom of third. It's Mets 4, Reds nothing. Bottom of third, Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. So now it will be Geronimo, Rose, and Griffey. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden with the windup, and here's the pitch. 4-6, struck him out. Holy cow. Gooden gets Geronimo on the inside corner, and he had his knees buckling. Here's that good curveball. 1 out in the third for Pete Rose. He's 0 for 1. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden nods. Here's the pitch. That will be a 3-9. It's a ground ball down the first. Hernandez got it. He'll wave off Gooden, takes it to the bag himself, and that's 2 outs in the third inning. So here is Ken Griffey, the right fielder. He's grounded out. Reds with 2 hits in the ball game through 2 2/3. Gooden nods. There's the nod from Gooden. Carter to the sign. Here's the pitch. 3-5 for Foster. That's a shot in the gap. That'll be trouble. Good play by the outfielder. Holy cow, what a play by Mitchell. Let's see if the play is made. That is going to be an 18 on there. 3-5's a triple 1-11. Strawberry cuts it off and throws it back in. So Griffey held to a long single. 2 outs. Now here's Morgan. He's 1 for 1 with a single. And they're trying to get the leader, Griffey. Let's see what happens. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 2-2. Line drive, but it's caught. Oh, did he hit an absolute missile? But it got caught by Backman. We played 3. It's 4-0 Mets. So top of the fourth, Mets 4-5-0. Reds 0-3-0. Mets with the early advantage opening day here at Greatest Teams at the Greatest Teams League. Again, these are the greatest teams from what I have available. Usually about 1960 on was the point. I have a few teams before 1960, but so I'm basically choosing from those eras. Bench put down the sign. Nolan with the windup. Here's the pitch to Mitch. 4-2 ground ball back to the mound. Good play by Nolan. He gets it. Makes a nice throw to Perez, and there's one away. One out in the fourth, and here's Howard Johnson. Made his reservation back in the second inning with a long home run. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan with the windup. Here's the pitch. 6-11. Base hit Howard Johnson. He wants seconds. He wants room service. Base hit Howard Johnson. Always with good speed, so he's on base with one out. And now here is Rafael Santana. So let's see if no Johnson, and they'll go a hit and run. Johnson will move to second. So the Mets are always playing a little ahead of things. They go hit and run on there. Johnson moves to second. Runner on second. 2 outs for Danny Heap. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan looks in from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Possibly big pitch to the ball game. 2-4 ground ball down the first. Good play by Perez. Waves off. Nolan makes the play. And the Mets' fourth inning goes without scoring a run. The first inning without a run. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 4-0 Mets. It'll now be Bench, Perez, and Foster. Carter puts on the sign. Gooden with the windup. 1-3 ground ball down the third. Good play by Johnson. Throws them out, and there's one away. So big out there. Howard Johnson, not a graceful fielder, makes the easy ones. Here's Tony Perez. See if we can get that one back. Oh, it's all the way over there. Okay, hang on, folks. Hang on. Need to go back in my dice of tricks and find possibly a new blue die, but I really didn't want to have to get up and get it. Let's see if there's a blue one here. Who are we playing here? The Reds? Maybe we'll go red colors. Maybe we'll see if we can get them to score some runs here. Give me 1 second. We'll see if we can change up the dice here. There's a couple red ones. We'll keep the white one and the 20. So play Cincinnati Red colors. Bottom of the fourth for the Reds. Perez will bat. Here's the pitch. 1-10 for Perez. Ground ball to short. Concepcion's got it. Good play by Santana. Throws him out for the second out. So now here is the left fielder, George Foster. Foster's 0 for 1. Again, Carter puts down the sign. Gooden with the windup. Here's the pitch. 6-4, fly ball center field. That's Dykstra. Dykstra is a 2E5, so it should be a fairly easy play for Lenny. Comes in, puts up the glove, and makes the catch. And the fourth inning is over. Reds go 1-2-3. Hey, we head to the fifth. It's 4-0 Mets. We go to the top of the fifth. Fifth inning here. Mets and the Cincinnati Reds. Opening day of the STRAT Great League. Again, it's the 86 Mets and the 75 Reds. So we now continue, and it'll now be Dykstra, followed by Backman and Hernandez. Here's a pitch from Nolan. 3-7 to walk. So Dykstra is on again. And again, that gets the pitch count up for Nolan. We'll see how that works. Again, Reds bullpen probably up in a hurry. Here's Backman. And they were going to try it. It looks like he may be going, and he's off to the races. Here comes the throw, not in time. Stolen base, Lenny Dykstra on a 6. So Dykstra gets the lead, and he's at second. So the Mets not stopping here. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 1-6 base hit for Wally Backman, and the Mets will take a 5-0 lead. It's a 19. It's a long single for Backman. Dykstra will score easy, and the Mets on top 5-0. Let's see if that might be all for Nolan. Here's Keith Hernandez up now, and they'll keep Nolan in there for a minute. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 3-9's a walk, and that's not going to help Nolan much. Runners at first and second with no outs, and the Mets continue. Here's Strawberry. 2 for 2, a double and a home run so far. And they'll let Nolan pitch to him. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 2-7 struck him out. Strawberry was looking for the fences again, and this time He got the string pulled on him. 1 out in the 5th. So now here is Gary Carter 0 for 2. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan from the stretch. 6, 7. Ground ball to second. This could be a double play ball for little Joe Morgan. Let's see if he can get to it. He should be a 1E13 unless he's taken away from the rating. Nope, he's still 113. And he does not play it well. And Morgan gives up the error and a hit. Was it a hit and an error? It was a 2-base error. And the Mets now lead it 6-0. Holy cow, a Morgan error. And the Reds just not getting any comfort today. Mark shot not looking happy. Here's Kevin Mitchell, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out, 6-0 Mets. Bench puts down the sign. Nolan, this will probably be his last pitch regardless. Here's the pitch. 3-6, struck him out, and that should do it for Gary Nolan. I think Sparky Anderson's had enough with Howard Johnson coming up. We'll see who the Reds go with. Here comes, yes, he will, Clay Kirby be on the mound for the Reds. He had a 10-6 record, 4.70 ERA, so he'll be a long man in this situation. He's a right-hander. Bench puts down the sign. Kirby looks in. 2 outs here. And the pitch, 5-8, and walked him. So Kirby comes in walking a man. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And now here's Rafael Santana. Bases loaded. He's 0 for 2 today. A line out and a ground out. The Mets trying to put this one away in a hurry. Leads 6-0 with 2 outs in the 5th. Bench puts down the sign. Kirby from the stretch. 4-6, the fly ball left field, and Kirby will get himself out of this one. Foster comes in, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Mets strand 3. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Mets 6, Reds nothing. 6-7-0 for the Mets, 0-3-1 for the Cincinnati Reds. Folks, we have time. We might play another one. It might stay in order, too. So you might look at, I believe it is the Angels and someone else will be the next one. So we'll see what the time is here. But it looks pretty good when you play games in 35 minutes or less. So we're in the 5th. Here's Dreesen. Carter puts down the sign. Good, and only 55 pitches through 4. Very economic, they say. 2-9 struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for the doctor. Dreesen swung, and he didn't get nothing. So now here is Concepcion. He lined out his first time up. Good and looks in. Carter with the sign and a pitch. 1-4. Ground ball to short. He's had that before. Santana comes up with it. Play is made, and there's 2 outs in the 5th. And now here's Geronimo, 0 for 1. He struck out his last time up. Carter puts down the sign. Good and nods. Here's the pitch to Geronimo, 6-7. Ground ball to second. Again, not one of the Mets' best things out there. Backman's a 3E30. Play made by Backman. Does he make the play? No, he boots it. AstroTurf ate him up. And that's an E4 on Backman. So the Reds inning will continue. So now here's Peter Edward Rose. 0 for 2, a strikeout, a ground out. We'll see if Rose can get something going. Carter puts down the sign. Good and now extended a little bit. Here's the pitch to Rose. 4-5 is probably going to be an out. I think it's a 12 on the 20, so I believe it is. Yes, it's a line drive to the second baseman, and that will retire the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, an error by Backman. We played 5. It's official here in Cincinnati. Mets 6 and the Reds nothing. Top of the 6th here in Riverfront Stadium, as RJL would say, the place on the river, the place in the front with the river. So here's Heap, followed by Dykstra and Backman. So Heap 0 for 2. Bench puts down the sign. Kirby with the windup and the pitch. 6-5, fly ball right field. So Kirby's getting the job done. Griffey with the catch, and there's one away. Kirby, not a great looking card, gets slaughtered there at times. Here's Dykstra. He's 1 for 2 with that leadoff home run. He's also walked and stolen a base. Bench puts down the sign. Kirby with the windup and the pitch. 2-5, a walk for Dykstra. Does he steal again? We'll see. +5 for Kirby. He might try it. We'll see if he steals it. He's guts enough to steal on Bench, and he's picked off this time. Bench got it, flipped it behind him, and Perez laid the tag down. So Bench picks off Perez. That will go 2-3, and there's 2 outs. So here's Backman. Bench puts down the sign. Kirby at the windup and the pitch. 4-3 ground ball to first. That's Perez. Perez is a 3-E11. E11's not bad. The 3 can be kind of tough. Perez comes and makes the play. Ditches it to Kirby. Makes the play, and that ends the 6th inning. No one left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 6-0 Mets. Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. Griffey, Morgan, and Bench the bat for the Reds here against Doc Gooden. 69 pitches through 5. Carter puts on the sign. Gooden with the pitch. 4-9. That's a base hit for Foster. Or Griffey, he laced that one. See, it would be a triple on a 4. That's a 5. So he misses a triple. Good play there by Strawberry again. Comes up with it and throws it in. So now here's Joe Morgan. 1 for 2 with a single so far. Oh, the hit and run is now on. Ooh, let's see what happens. So hit and run is on. Nope, we need to roll a 4, 5, and 6 according to my game here. 2, 3. It has to end on the pitcher's card. There it is. 6-3 as a hit and run result. That's a ground ball to first. That should keep him out of the double play. Griffey will go to second, and there's 1 away. And here's Johnny Bench. So with 1 out, runner on second. Reds doing a little hit and running down 6. Bench 1 for 2, a single back in the first. Carter puts down the sign. Good and nods the stretch. 1-12. Nope, that'll be a fly ball in the left field. Mitchell should come up. No, that's going to be center. Dykstra, Strawberry. Dykstra with the running catch, and there's 2 outs. And now here's Tony Perez. 2 outs in the 6th inning. He struck out and grounded out. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden with the stretch in the pitch. That's going to be a 3-6, and that's going to be a base hit for Perez. That should not get a run. The shutout is over. That is a double on a 1-3. That's a 10. That's a single, 2 stars, and Griffey scores, and it's 6-1 Mets. So now the Mets with the lead. Gooden's pitch count not working up there. Mets bullpen will start getting loose. Here's the man who carries the big boomstick, George Foster. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 6-8 and a walk. That's not going to help Gooden. He wanted that one. He's asking for clarification. 1st and 2nd, 2 out. This could be the last inning for Gooden. And now here is Dan Dreesen. Dreesen 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden nods from the stretch. Big pitch of this ball game. 2-5. No. If he was clutch, that's a base hit, but we're not playing clutch. Ground ball down the first, picked up by Hernandez. Takes it to the bag himself. And the 6th inning is over. We go to the 7th. It's 6-1 Mets. Top of the 7th. 6-7-1 for the Mets. 1-5-1 for the Cincinnati Reds. 7th inning baseball here. So now here's Hernandez, followed by Strawberry and Carter. Clay Kirby still on the mound for the Reds. Here's the pitch. 3-5's a walk. So a big walk for Hernandez. He'll get on base with nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. And now here comes Darryl Strawberry. 2 for 3. He has double homered and struck out. Bench puts down the sign. Kirby from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 2-10. Oh, he just missed it. Deep fly right field. Back goes Griffey. He's back at the track. Makes the catch. Maybe a step or 2 in front of the wall. Strawberry got good wood on it, but it just didn't carry. And now here's Gary Carter. Carter 0 for 3. Bench puts down the sign. Kirby working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Carter. 1-9. Pops it straight up. It's a major league pop-up. Morgan will be there. We'll wait for it. Comes down, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs in the 7th. Now here's Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell, a batter. 0 for 3 in the ball game. Has popped up, grounded out, and struck out. Bench puts down the sign. Kirby from the stretch in the pitch. 6-8. Fly ball center field. Clay Kirby's done a nice job for the Reds here. That should retire the side. Geronimo makes the catch, and that's it. Let's stretch here in Cincinnati. 6-1 Mets. Concepcion, Geronimo, and Rose will bat bottom of the 7th here as the Reds try to get back in this ball game. As it is right now, it is 6-1. So now Concepcion, the batter, with Gooden still out there, but he's down to his last pitch or so. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden to Concepcion in the pitch. 1-7, struck him out. A way to go out. Good strikeout for Gooden. He gets his 6th strikeout, and he may have another batter, and that's going to be Cesar Geronimo. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden nods. Here's a pitch to Geronimo. 4-7, ground ball to short. Rafael Santana comes up with it. 2-23 for Santana, and he'll throw him out for the 2nd out. And now here's Pete Rose. Will they bring out a relief pitcher to pitch to Rose here? Two outs in the 7th inning, and no, they'll let Gooden pitch to Rose here. Carter looks in. I think Gooden is set for a 110 pitch count, so Gooden will have a little more leeway. 1-7. Oh, he missed it. Fly ball in the center field again. A positive clutch result. No one's on base. Dykstra with the catch, and that's it. Gooden gives the Mets 7 strong innings. 6-1 Mets heading to the 8th. Johnson, Santana, and Heap the bat for the Mets. Johnson 2 for 2, a single and a home run, a walk, been on base 3 times. Bench puts down the side. Kirby with the pitch. That's going to be a 4-6. Popped it straight up. So a nice job there. Perez with it makes the play, and there's 1 out. Kirby has looked strong in relief for the Reds here. 1 out in the 8th for Rafael Santana. 0 for 3. Lined out, grounded out, flied out. 3 different ways to get out. Bench puts down the sign. Here's a pitch to Kirby. 4-8, and that's a single 1 to 4. No, that's a line drive for the out. That's Santana. Yep, he line drive back in the 2nd. That's the 2nd time he's hit into a line drive today. 2 outs for Santana as he's 0 for 4. Now here's Danny Heat. 2 outs here in the 8th. Let's see if the Reds stay with them. They do. Bench puts down the sign. Kirby looks in. Here's the pitch to Heat. 5-11, and Danny Heat, man, just hit a drive. The deep right field. This one may not be coming back. 1-3 on the home run. Danny Heap hit 5 home runs on the season. Back goes Foster, and it's gone. So Danny Heap adds to the home run brigade. It's 7-1 Mets. So Heap's home run in the 8th. Tax him on. So now here's Dykstra. Led off the game with the home run. Bench puts down the sign. Kirby with the windup and the pitch. All 6s. Ground ball down the 1st. That is Perez. Takes it to the bag himself, and that is the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is now 7-1 Mets. Oh, he can continue in game. Wow. Had a possible injury there. So bottom of the 8th will now be Griffey, Morgan, and Bench. Probably the last batter for Gooden here. We'll see. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden looks in. Griffey's had 2 hits against the Doc. 6-5 line drive to the shortstop, and that is 1 away. Griffey hit it hard, but right at Santana. Let's see if they get good in here. Morgan, the batter, he's 1 for 3 in the ball game, and Davey Johnson will come in and tap the arm. Ooh, why bring this Sun guy in? Bruce Berini. Wow, you have all that loaded bullpen of Orozco, Sisk, and McDowell. You bring me Bruce Berini. Wow, the New York Mets management will be definitely looked at differently if this blows up in the face. Carter puts down the sign. Bruce Berini, and I guess as a mop-up, 3-9, and he does not draw the walk. 3-9 is a single 1 to 8. That's a 5. Base hit for Morgan. So runner on 1st and 1 out. Reds start a little rally. Here's Bench. He's 1 for 3. Carter puts down the sign. Berini from the stretch. Runner on 1st and 1 out. Here's the pitch. 4-4. Fly ball center field. He hit the right person. That's Dykstra. He's a 2E5. Should come up with this. It's directly hit right at him. Puts the glove up and makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's Perez. 1 for 3 with the RBI. And Bruce Berini. And he tries to keep Morgan close to the bag. All right. Berini looks in from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 3-7. Struck him out. So Bruce Perini does a nice job. He only gives up one hit. We go to the top of the ninth. Mets lead us by 6, 7-1. Mets 7, 8-1. The Cincinnati Reds 1, 6-1. Top of the ninth here at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, WKRP in Cincinnati, as we go to the top of the ninth inning. So now here is Wally Backman, followed by Hernandez and Strawberry. Clay Kirby staying out there. He's about at his limit, 2-8, and that's a ground ball to third. Rose has got it, throws it across the diamond, and there's one away. One away here in the ninth. They'll now bring up Keith Hernandez. Hernandez in the ball game, 1 for 2 with a couple walks. Kirby stays in. Bench puts down the sign. Kirby with the windup. 5-3, base hit for Hernandez. He gets himself his second base of the ball game. He's officially 2 for 3. So Hernandez is on, and now here's Strawberry, 2 for 4, a double and a homer, and a couple runs batted in. Bench puts down the sign. Kirby from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Here's the pitch. 5-9. Now they drive that deep right field. That will be trouble. He might be a single from the cycle. It's a 6, and it's a triple. It's a triple for Darryl Strawberry, his third RBI of the ball game. He's a single from the cycle, and it's 8-1 Mets. So a triple for Strawberry. So now 8-1 Mets here in the ninth. There's Carter, 0 for 4, and they'll get him out of there. So Will McEnany will be in. He's the new pitcher for the Reds. A left-hander will pitch to Carter. Bench puts down the sign. McEnany from the stretch in the pitch. That's a 6-9, 1-11 single. That's a 5. Gets it through for a base hit. 6-9 on a result of a 5. Base hit Carter, and the Mets have opened it up and lead 9-1. So now here's Kevin Mitchell. Bench puts down the sign. McEnany from the stretch in the pitch. 1-10. Base hit Kevin Mitchell. How about that? So Mitchell goes to second. Let's see. Geronimo will stop at second. First and second, 1 out for Howard Johnson. So now first and second, 1 out. Bench puts down the sign. McEnany looking in from the stretch. Mets blew it open here. 6-10. Fly ball center field. That's Geronimo. He's a 1-3. Geronimo puts the glove up, should make the catch, and does. There's 2 outs. And now here's Rafael Santana from Tucula, Mexico. So here's Santana, 1 for 2 with 2 outs. Bench puts down the sign. McEnany from the stretch. 1-6 ground ball down the third. Rose has got it, flips it to first, and that will retire the side. But the Mets score 2 in the ninth. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Last call saloon, as they say by Retro Sports Network. It's 9-1 Mets. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Reds will have Foster, Dreesen, Concepcion against Bruce Perini here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Last call again. Get about 38 minutes on the stream. May play another one, and we may go Hotel California. So Foster, Dreesen, and Geronimo. Here's the pitch. 4/8 a walk, so the game is not over yet. We cannot go to our late game yet. That is a 4/8 walk for Foster. Here's Dreesen, left-handed hitter. Carter puts down the sign. Perini from the stretch. Let's make sure you don't pull him out the ball game. And they do something else. It's going to be a wild pitch. So it's a wild pitch. Foster to second will use the same role. 6-5 and struck him out. So a big strikeout for Perini on that one. Almost was a single one. So 1 away in the first. Here's Concepcion. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Carter puts down the sign. Perini working from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out in the pitch. 3-3 ground ball to second. Foster will get the third. Backman with the play, makes the catch, and there is 2 outs. 2 outs in the ninth inning for Cesar Geronimo. 0 for 3 in the ball game. Bruce Perini looking to put this away for the Mets. Carter puts down the sign. Perini from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 5-4, and that ball is deep, but that's going to be off the top of the wall. Foster will score. Geronimo just misses a home run. He had 6 on the year. That would have gone out. That did not go above that yellow line. So if Dykstra plays the hop and Geronimo has a double, it's 9-2 Mets. So now here's Peter Edward Rose. Carter puts down the sign. Berini from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 2-6 base hit. Rose is now 9-3. So the Reds trying to make a little crazy comeback here. It's a 6. That will be a double for Rose. So Rose hustles it for a double. Dykstra again plays the hop. Geronimo scores, and it's 9-3 Mets. So now here's Griffey, 2 for 4 at the run scored. Berini stays in the game. Carter puts down the sign. Berini from the stretch trying to get the Mets this last out. 5-9, he may have. Ground ball, shortstop, X. We'll see if the out is made. It is going to be Santana, 2E23 at short. It's in the hole. Santana's got him, and that ends the game. Bruce Berini survives the 9th inning, and the ball game is over. So the final score here, game number 1, Mets win it 9-3. 2 in the first, singles in the second, third, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the 8th, and 2 in the 9th. The Reds had 1 in the 6th and 2 in the 9th. Home runs in the ball game, Dykstra, Strawberry, Johnson, and Heap. RBIs, Dykstra, Backman, Strawberry with 3, Carter, Johnson, Heap, Rose, Perez, and Geronimo for the Reds. Dykstra with the lone stolen base, and the Mets win the opener by the score of 9-3. 9-12-1 for the Mets, 3-8-1 for the Reds. Please stay put. We'll go ahead and get you out to the West Coast for Hotel California as the 2002 Raleigh Monkey Angels will take on the St. Louis Cardinals. It'll be the 67 Cardinals and the 2002 Angels. Steve Carlton on the mound for the Cardinals and Ramon Ortiz on the mound for the Halos. We'll go ahead and take you to that game in one moment. And here we go from Anaheim, from the beautiful stadium on the west. Again, it's Hotel California time. Lineups in the ball game. It's going to be Brock, Flood, Maris, followed by Cepeda, McGraw, Shannon, Javier, Maxwell, and Bobby Tolan gets to be the DH here in the Universal DH. For the Halos, it's X9, Erstad, Anderson, Gloss, Salmon, Spezio, and Scott Spezio's father played for these old Cardinals. Fulmer, Kennedy, and Molina. For the Angels, it's Carlton, Ortiz. Live next, it's Hotel California, part of the doubleheader right here on Sports Time Machine. Let's go ahead and get you there. Here we go, folks. We're now in. Oh, I need to change this ballpark. I'm not a huge fan of this one. So let me go ahead and get my own Los Angeles of Anaheim, or is this Anaheim from what year? Let's see. Let's see. Hang on one, folks. Hang on. California 2002. They were probably still Los Angeles of Anaheim, I'm guessing. 97 at 205 would be my ballpark. So give me 1 sec. Go ahead and change the ballpark here. We'll get underway. Second game of a doubleheader as we'll go Hotel California for this one. Here we go. Anaheim Stadium, a little better, as it will be the 2002 World Champion Angels take on the World Champion 1967 St. Louis Cardinals. Ramon Ortiz on the mound, taking on lefty Steve Carlton. So batting for the Cardinals will be Lou Brock. He leads it off. He'll be the first batter. Again, these Cardinals, not exactly a great hitter's ball team. They'll have to beat you with a lot of speed, some power. Ortiz, 15-9, 3.77 ERA. Gets the call opening day. We're underway. 6-5, ground ball, the shortstop. First X play of the ball game is Eckstein. He's a 3E16. He grabs it in the hole and throws them out one away. We welcome you all to Hotel California as part of the second game of our doubleheader. Here's Kurt Flood. Flood hitting 335, 5 home runs, 50 RBIs. Good solid season from Kurt. Molina puts down the sign. Ortiz with the pitch. 4-4. That's a ground ball to third. That will be Gloss. Gloss is a 2E22. Let's see if he comes up with this or not. He's in the hole. Let's see if he comes up. He gets him. Good strong throw by Troy Gloss. And now here's Roger Maris. Maris hitting 261. 9 home runs, 55 RBIs. Left-handed hitter. Ortiz looks in, gets the sign. Here's a pitch to Roger. 1-10. That's a line drive in the gap for a base hit for Maris. He'll round first and stay there. A long single for the Roger. And now batting the first baseman, Orlando Cepeda. Cepeda, 325, 25 homers, 111 RBIs for these Cardinals. Molina puts down the sign. Ortiz from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 4-3. Ground ball back to the mound. Ortiz is a 4E27, so Ortiz may fumble this one. Let's see if it's hit at him directly. Oh, it's in the hole. He's going to have to get it. Does he make the play? No, he singles and throws it away. Infield hit and an error, and now the Cardinals have second and third with 2 outs. And now here's Timmy McCarver. 295 hitter, 14 homers, 69 RBIs. Molina puts down the sign. Ortiz from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 6-6. Pop the second. They'll get a break and not score here. Kennedy with the catch and makes the play. And the first inning is over. Cardinals, no runs, 2 hits, an error. No score. Bottom of the first. Hotel California, second game of this doubleheader. Hey, ID Chester, how you doing? Yes, you can ID. That's why it's Hotel California. And that's why I call it the little second game of the doubleheader. Here is David Eckstein, the batter, former Cardinal. 293, 8 home runs, and 63 RBIs. On the mound, lefty Steve Carlton, 14-9, 2.98 ERA, 173 hits and 193 innings. Here's the pitch. 2-7, popped up the short. Dalby Maxwell comes down with it for the first out. So the first out for Eckstein, he's retired. And now here's Darren Erstad. What a player he was. 283, 10 home runs, 75 RBIs. Punter for the University of Nebraska also. McCarver puts down the sign. Carlton looks in. Here's the pitch. 6-2, struck him out. Gets him 2 away. So now here is Garrett Anderson, left-handed hitter. Solid hitter, 306, 29 home runs, 123 RBIs. McCarver puts down the sign, looks in. Here's the pitch from Carlton, 6-8, and that's a double 1-6. That is does it drop in? That is a 6. So a double for Garrett Anderson on the nuts. So he gets it on the 6, gets the double. So Garrett Anderson with a hustle double with 2 outs. And now here's Troy Gloss. Gloss, 250 hitter, 30 home runs, 111 RBI. Another year we hit lefties extremely well. So let's see what they do here. McCarver puts down the sign. Carlton from the stretch, 111. Hit him with a pitch. That's one way to put him on. Holy cow. Carlton goes inside. Watch out, as Ken Singleton would say. And it's now first and second, 2 outs for Tim Salmon. 286, 22, 88 on this season. First and second, 2 outs. McCarver sets the sign. Carlton from the stretch. 5-5 and walked him. And all of a sudden, lefty's having some issues. He's getting his pitch count kind of up there. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And now here's Scotty Spezio. I mentioned Spezio's dad played with the Cardinals. Is he on this roster? Yes, he is. His father, Ed Spezio, is on the 67 Cardinal roster. So how about that for a little time machine baseball? As his father is watching Scott play right now. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Scotty loves hitting left-handed pitching. This is a bad spot for Carlton. He's going to want something on his card. McCarver puts down the side. Carlton from the stretch. Popped it up. Again, they will leave the bases loaded. Maxwell will come down with it and retires the side. Hotel California after 1. St. Louis nothing and the Angels nothing. Get your rally monkeys out here in Anaheim. It'll be Shannon, Javier, and Maxwell for the Cardinals. Ramon Ortiz on the mound. Top of the second for Shannon. 245, 1277. 2-5 struck him out, 1 away. 1 quick out, and now here's Julian Javier. Javier, a 281 hitter, 14 home runs, 64 RBIs. And the pitch, 5-8, struck him out, 2 outs. So a big 2 outs there. And now here's Del Maxwell. Maxwell hitter, 227, 1 home run, 41 RBIs. Molina puts down the sign. Ortiz looks in and the pitch. 4-8, single again on a 1-6. That's a 16. That's a line drive. That will retire the side. So the Cardinals go 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the second. Still no score from Los Angeles, or Anaheim, as they say. So here's Brad Fulmer. He gets the DH spot here. He'll be followed by Kennedy and Molina. Fulmer usually loves hitting left-handed pitching. It's a spot not really for him. But Carver puts down the sign, or he wants a right-handers mostly. 6-5. Ground ball to short. Cardinals defense. Let's look at him. Maxwell's a 221. He should be able to get to it. If he's in the hole, gets it and throws them out for the first out. And now here is Adam Kennedy. As Kennedy always gets his man. McCarver puts down the sign. Carlton with the pitch. 5-3. Ground ball the first. That is Orlando Cepeda. He's a 2-11. Let's see if he gets to the bag in time. Hit directly at him. He boots it. An error on Cepeda. First error of the ball game for the Cardinals. And now here's Benji Molina. 245, 5 homers, 47 RBIs. And Kennedy was trying to steal on Carlton as Carlton kind of pushed him back. McCarver puts down the sign. Carlton nods. Here's the pitch. 1-7. That's a double play ball. Ground ball to short. Hits it at Maxwell. Goes to Javier. Back to Cepeda. And that's a twin killing. We play 2 in Anaheim. Cardinals nothing and the Angels nothing. Top of the third here at Anaheim. Say, how you doing? That's great. Thank you, ID, for coming in. I always appreciate you. Thank you for coming in and saying hello and visiting Hotel California on the second game of a doubleheader. So top of the third, it will be Tolan, the designated hitter, followed by Brock and Flood. Tolan, a 253 hitter, 6 homers and 32 RBIs. Molina puts down the sign. Ramon Ortiz stays in the game. 3-3. Ground ball to second. Kennedy's got his man. Throws him out. And there's 1 away. Here is Lou Brock, the left fielder. Brock in the ball game. Ground that his first time up. 52 stolen bases on the season. Molina puts down the sign. Ortiz with the pitch. 6-9. Oh, an FU home run. Down the right field line is Brock as it hit the pole. 1 gone. Brock, I would call that an inside the park home run. I'd say it falls over Salmon's head. Brock will round the bases. Here comes Brock. Actually, Brock had 21 home runs in 67. That's gone. Hit the pole down the right field line. Oh, it went right down the line. Salmon couldn't get it, and doink, home run. It was a 6-9. It was called an FU home run. That means that you get a 5% home run opportunity. The 1 is right there, folks. That's gone. So the FU home run for Lou Brock. He hits the pole down the right field line, and the Cardinals lead it 1-0. So a Brock home run. Molina puts down the sign. Ortiz not happy about that. Here's a pitch to Flood. 1-6. That's a base hit for Kurt Flood. He smashes it. A 10 on the 20, and that'll be a long single for Flood. We'll see if Flood likes to run. Here's Maris. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. Molina puts down the sign. Ortiz from the stretch in the pitch. 1-5 for Rogers, a walk. So Maris takes first. Ortiz, just way too many base runners. The thing you got to look at, though, the Angels have an incredible bullpen. First and second one out. So if you get to the Angel bullpen, you're going to be in trouble. So they want to make sure they get a lead here. Molina puts down the sign. Ortiz from the stretch. First and second. 2-8 base hit Cepeda. Let's see if they'll score Flood, though. He hits it at the right fielder. Salmon is a -1. They're going to try to score. They're going to try to score. Here comes the throw home. He may get him. 16 on the throw. Does it get him on a 16? He scores, and Cepeda moves up to second. It is 2-0 Cardinals. So now here's Tim McCarver. And, they go to new pitcher. See, they did not have any confidence in Ortiz. They call the right-hander in, so they're going to bring on Weber. So Weber's a new pitcher. He gives them 78 innings on the season. A little early, I would say, for Ben Weber. So he'll come out and try to get some batters out here. So Ortiz comes out after 2 1/3. So Mike Scioscia with a quick hook. Molina puts down the sign. Weber from the stretch with 1 out. Infield in. 5-10. Ground ball to short. That's Eckstein with the infield in. That would probably turn him into a 4, doesn't it? Eckstein is 3E16. Does he make the play? It's a base hit through the infield, and 2 runs will score. McCarver gets 2 RBIs, and the Cardinals have opened up here in Hotel California and lead it 4-0. Here's Mike Shannon. Shannon with the runner on and 1 out. Molina puts down the sign. Here's the pitch now from Weber. 3-7's a base hit, and the Cardinals are opening up a can right now. This will send McCarver to third. It's a double on a 2. He gets a 5. A long single for Shannon. First and third, 1 out. Cardinals lead it 4-0. Back to Julian Javier. 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. Molina puts down the sign. Weber from the stretch in the pitch. 5-4. That's a catch X. That could be dangerous too. That's Molina though. That's a 1E1. I think he comes up with this. Does he? Yes, he does. Good foul out there from Molina. 2 away. And now here's Dale Maxwell. Maxwell's 0 for 1. Molina puts down the sign. Weber working from the stretch in the pitch. 3-11. Line drive to the second baseman, and Kennedy gets his man to retire the side. But the Cardinals put 4 on the board. We go to the bottom of the third. It's St. Louis 3 and the Angels 0. Bottom of the third. We're here at Anaheim Stadium, the Big A. Okay. Just listening. Cool. We always want to keep you here, ID. Thank you very much. Cardinals with the lead. And here's Eckstein followed by Erstad and Anderson. McCarver puts down the sign. Here's the pitch. 4-11. Ground ball to third. Easy play for Shannon. Makes the play, and there's 1 away. 1 out in the third inning. And now here is and here's David. And here is Erstad. Carlton with the pitch. 4-8 is a walk. So Erstad draws the walk. Again, Carlton not much better here. That's 2 walks and 2 hits so far. And here's Garrett Anderson. He doubled his last time up. McCarver puts down the sign. Carlton from the stretch. That's a 5-11 and walks him. And now another runner's on. So lefty, 62 walks and 193 innings. He's having an issue with walks. First and second, 1 out for Gloss, who murders lefties. McCarver puts down the sign. Carlton from the stretch. Here's a pitch from Carlton. 4-3. Ground ball down the third. Let's see who the third baseman is. That is Shannon. Yikes. 4E39. That's going to be trouble in the hole. Does he get to it? It's a base hit. Runner from second will score. It's 4-1 St. Louis. RBI base hit Troy Gloss. And now here's Tim Salmon. And, I was about to say, they're taking out Carlton here. I didn't think they would. So now here is Salmon. Walked his first time up. McCarver puts down the sign. Carlton from the stretch. 1-3. And that should be a fly ball B, question mark, I believe. We'll see if that's enough to score the run. Flood, that's going to be a +2 on Anderson. And they're going to try to score. 1-14 scores them. It's a 16. Flood throws him out to end the inning. That is an 8-2 play, and he's out. Angels score 1. We play 3. 4-1 Cardinals. Tolan, Brock, and Flood will bat for St. Louis. Pitch from Weber. 1-6, struck him out, one away. So a big strikeout for Ben Weber there. And now here's Lou Brock. Brock hit the foul poles last time up on a solo blast off Ortiz. Molina puts down the sign. Here's a pitch from Weber. 6-6, ground ball to second. Kennedy's got it, gets it, throws him out. Gets a hustling Lou Brock down the line. Boy, Lou can fly. But Kennedy with a nice pick, 2 outs. Here is our Kurt Flood, 1 for 2, runs scored. And the pitch, 5-8, fly ball center field. Erstad will make the play, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th. St. Louis 4, Angels 1. So now lefty comes out and pitches the bottom of the 4th. Wait for lefty. There's lefty. It'll be Spezio, Fulmer, and Kennedy. Here's the pitch. 3-6. Uh-oh, he may have taken Carlton deep. He points to the dugout where his father is. Home run won the 9. That's a 12. He should have been hustling. That's a double for Spezio. And he'll get in the second with a double. He thought he had it, but it bounced off the top wall, and Spezio is there with a double. Runner on second, nobody out. Here's Fulmer. Not much of a hitter against lefties. Got some power. McCarver puts down the sign. Carlton from the stretch. 4-8, a walk. Another walk for Carlton. And boys, his pitch count just goes up and up. His 4th walk of the ball game. And now here's Kennedy. First and second, nobody out. Carlton kind of struggling again. McCarver puts down the sign. Carlton from the stretch. 1-8, base hit for Adam Kennedy. He gets his man. Spezio scores. Fulmer will go to third. It's 4-2 Cardinals. So now here's Benji Molina with nobody out. And yes, they will. Ooh, I thought they were. I guess they're trying to get a lead. And Carlton again kept them back. McCarver puts down the sign. The lefty Carlton from the stretch. 5-8. And there's a base hit for Garrett Anderson again. Triple on a 1. That's a 14. That's a long single 2. That will score Fulmer. Kennedy will go to third. It's 4-3 Cardinals. So the high-flying rally monkey Angels have scored 2 in the 4th. It's 4-3, 4-7-1 for the Cardinals, 3-5-1 for the Angels. First and third, nobody out for David Eckstein. McCarver puts down the sign. Carlton from the stretch needs to get a man out. 6-7, ground ball to second. He gets to that Julian Javier. He's a 2E30. Does the 2E30 ends up making a big play? He gets the play and holds the runner. So second and third, 1 out. The infield stays in. Here's Erstad. He's been up twice, struck out and walked. Gets another opportunity here. This is the meat of the Angel lineup. Second and third, 1 out. McCarver puts down the sign. Carlton from the stretch. 2-5, base hit for Erstad. This game is tied. 2-5, triple on a 1-2. It's a 4. That's a single for Erstad. Kennedy scored. Here comes Molina. He'll score. It's 5-4 Angels. A 4-run 4th inning. And here's Garrett Anderson. Holy cow. As Carlton is getting chewed up at this point. McCarver puts down the sign. Carlton from the stretch. Bang! That's gone. Garrett Anderson drops the bat, looks up, and it is gone. In the sea of red of California Angel fans, Los Angeles Angel fans, it's 7-4 Angels. A 2-run bomb for Garrett Anderson. As the Angels have a 6th spot here in the 4th, and there's only 1 man out. Here's Troy Gloss, and that's it. Al Jackson will come in, and that's all for Carlton. Goes 3 1/3. It's 7-4 Angels. So Red Shandies comes out, pulls Carlton, and now we have a bullpen game for both teams. McCarver sets the target. Jackson with the windup. 3-10, ground ball back to the mound. Jackson's got it, throws them out, and that is the 2nd out in this crazy 4th inning. So now here's Tim Salmon, the right fielder. 0 for 1 with a walk. McCarver puts down the sign. Jackson with the windup and the pitch. 5-7, base hit for Salmon. It's fish upstream for Tim. That's 5-7. Salmon on first with 2 outs for Spezio, who I believe started this inning with the double. So now it's 7-4 Angels. They've batted around. McCarver puts down the sign. Jackson from the stretch. Another left-hander. 2-12 walked him. That's a walk there. So Spezia will take first base, and the inning continues. First and second, 2 outs for Brad Fulmer. Fulmer steps up. 2 on, 2 out. Jackson needing to get it out here. McCarver puts down the sign. Al Jackson from the stretch. 6-7, 5-ball center field. Al Jackson will get it done. Flood with the play, makes the catch, and that ends the inning. But the Angels with 6 in the 4th. We go to the 5th. It's 7-4 Angels. We go to the top of the 5th. Maris, Cepeda, McCarver to bat for the Cardinals. See you later, ID. Thank you for coming in, of course. Try to do my best. Here's Maris, 1 for 1 with the run scored. Molina puts down the sign. Ben Weber still in the game. 2-9 ground ball down the first. Picked up by Spezia. Makes the play, and there's 1 away. Spezia, very excellent Gold Glove type first baseman over there. 1-4. And here's Orlando Cepeda. 2 for 2 with an RBI so far. He has singled out and reached with an error and singled again. Here's the pitch. 3-7. Cepeda struck him out. So Ben Weber comes in, gets a couple strong strikeouts we need to do after a big inning. And now here's McCarver, 1 for 2 with a couple RBIs. Molina puts down the sign. Here's a pitch from Weber, possibly his last inning. Base hit McCarver. So that could be out. We'll see what Mike Scioscia decides. We're only in the 5th inning. Does he let Weber go? Here's Mike Shannon. He's 1 for 2 so far, and they'll let him stay. So Weber working from the stretch. Molina puts down the sign. Here's the pitch. 1-7 is a single to center field. So the Cardinals put 2 more men on. McCarver to second. It's a game of pinball here today. And now here's Julian Javier. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Hit 14 home runs during the season. Molina puts down the sign. Weber from the stretch. First and second, 2 out. Pitch to Javier. 2-10. Base hit Javier. Cardinals will get another run in. So that is going to be a double. 1-14. Gets to 16. 1 run scores. McCarver scores. Shannon all the way to third. It's 7-5 Angels. So now here's Del Maxwell. Again, do you pull out Weber here? No, he keeps him in the game. Molina puts down the sign. Weber working from the stretch. Needs to get a big out here. 3-9. Ground ball to short. Big play by Eckstein. Goes and touches second himself. Retires the side. But the Cardinals get 1 run. They strand 2. It's 7-5 Angels in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kennedy followed by Molina and Eckstein. McCarver puts down the sign. Jackson with the windup and the pitch. That's a 4-9 fly ball left field. That should be an easy play there for Brock. Makes the catch, and there's 1 away. So now with 1 out here in the 5th, Benji Molina, 1 for 2 in the RBI single. 3-6 is a ground ball back to the mound. Good play by Jackson. Gets it, throws him out, 2 outs. So 2 quick outs here in the home 6. Here's David Eckstein. McCarver puts down the sign. Jackson with the windup. Here's the pitch. 3-7 is a ground ball to short. Maxwell with it, throws him out, and now Jackson gets a 1-2-3 inning. Let's go to the 6th. 7-5 Angels. So now top of the 6th, and they'll bring in Brandon Donnelly. That's one of the Angels' better pitchers, solid all around. He'll pitch to Tolan, Brock, and Flood here in the 6th. Molina puts down the sign. Here's the pitch from Donnelly. 2-7, a base hit for Tolan. Doesn't matter. Cardinals continue to hit. Double 1-3. That's a 14. That's a long single for Tolan. First hit of the year. And now here's Brock. 1 for 3. Hits a home run off the foul pole. Back in the 3rd. Molina puts down the sign. Donnelly from the stretch in the pitch. 1-8. Pops it straight up to 2nd. That's what we want to do with Brock. Get him to pop it up. Kennedy's there. He'll get his man. Makes the catch. And there's 1 out in the 6th. Here's Kurt Flood. 1 for 3 at the run scored. Molina puts down the sign. Donnelly from the stretch in the pitch. 4-8, struck him out. Big strikeout for Brandon Donnelly. So Brandon Donnelly with a big strikeout there. And now here's Maris. Maris so far today, 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Molina puts down the sign. Donnelly from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 2-4, fouls it behind the plate. Molina's there, watches the screen, makes the nice play, and retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Hotel California, Angels 7, Cardinals 5. Erstad, Anderson, and lost the bat against Al Jackson. So Erstad 1 for 2, 2 RBIs. McCarver puts down the sign. Here's a pitch from the left-handed pitching Jackson. 6-8 base hit for Erstad. He gets another base hit. That is the second hit of the ball game for Erstad. He's 2 for 3, including a walk right now. So here's Garrett Anderson, a double and a 2-run bomb back in the 4th inning. I believe that knocked him out. That knocked out Carlton. McCarver puts down the sign. Jackson from the stretch. 6-6 ground ball softly to second. Goes to second for the fielder's choice, but Garrett Anderson's speed will beat the relay, and that's 2 outs. 2 outs in the 6th for Troy Gloss. 1 for 2 with an RBI. McCarver puts down the sign. Jackson from the stretch. 6-7 ground ball up the middle. Nice play. That'll be a nice play there by either Javier or Maxwell. Let's see. Goes to Maxwell. Goes to first. Gets the double play. Didn't realize they needed to. We now go to the top of the 7th. 7-5 Angels. Donnelly on the mound. Pitch to Cepeda, McCarver, and Shannon. Molina puts down the sign. Donnelly with the windup. 5-10. Ground ball to third. That's going to be Gloss. 2E22. And does he make the play? Let's see. Comes up with it and makes a nice play. Good play by Gloss. 1 out in the 7th. Here is McCarver. 2 for 3. Couple RBIs. Molina puts down the sign. Donnelly at the windup. Here's the pitch. 6-5. Base hit for McCarver. McCarver with 3 hits in the ball game. That's a 20. That'll be a long single. Runner on first and 1 out here in the 7th. 7-5 Angels. And now here is Mike Shannon. 2 for 3 in the ball game. And let's see what they do. Okay, Sosha came out. He so decided to let Donnelly pitch and continue here. So here's Donnelly in the pitch. And it's going to be a 1-5. That could be a double play ball. That will end the inning. Let's see. Ground ball to third. Gloss, Kennedy, Spezio for 2. Cardinals 7th is over. 7-5 Angels. So now it's Salmon, Spezio, Fulmer, the bat against Al Jackson. So Al Jackson probably time is running out there. McCarver puts down the sign. Jackson with the pitch. 5-4, fly ball center field. Let's see who has this one. It'll be Kurt Flood. Kurt Flood, 1E5. That's a nice outfielder to have. He won't drop it for the hit. Let's see if he does not make the error and doesn't. Good out. 1 away. Here's Spezio. 1 for 2 with a double. He's seen the ball well. Carver puts down the sign. Jackson with the windup. There's the 3 again. That's a walk. So he gets his second walk of the day. Runner on first now and 1 out. Again, the number of pitches is mounting up there. Here's Fulmer. Fulmer will bat. They'll keep the lefty-lefty matchup. McCarver puts down the sign. Jackson from the stretch. 1-8 and struck him out for the second out. 2 outs in the 7th, and here's Adam Kennedy looking to get his man again. Single in the 2nd, singled in the 4th. He got an error in the 2nd. Single RBI in the 4th and a fly out in the 5th. He's batted against Al Jackson today. So Al Jackson's pitched this part of the lineup already. McCarver puts down the sign. Jackson from the stretch. 4-4. It's a catch X. That is McCarver. He's a 2E1. That should be a fairly easy play for Timmy. Does he make the play on it? Let's see. 2E1 and does. Throws the man out at first. And the 7th inning is over. Let's head to the 8th. It's 7-5 Angels. And it's rally monkey time for the Angels. 7-9-1 Angels, 5-12-1 for the Cardinals. Top of the 8th coming up here. Again, this is the second game or doubleheader. The first game was between the Reds and the Mets. You can find that once the game is over. Go back and watch that if you want. This is the second game of the doubleheader. We've been on for about an hour and 14 minutes so far. Here's Julian Javier. Molina puts down the sign. Donnelly at the windup. Here's the pitch. 1-7, struck him out. I know RJL has a game coming on at next 10 minutes or so, but hopefully we can finish this up before he comes on. Here is Del Maxwell. He's 0 for 3. Donnelly looks in, and the pitch. 6-10, fly ball center field. That's Erstad. 1-1. Guess what? That's a catch. I don't see that ball dropping for anything. Fly ball center field. Erstad can kind of close his eyes, put the glove up, make the catch, and he does for the second out. Here's Bobby Tolan. Tolan's 1 for 3. Great outing for Brandon Donnelly. Percival up in the Angel bullpen. Molina puts down the sign. Donnelly at the windup. 6-9, the strikeout, and Brandon Donnelly gets the job done. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 7-5 Angels. So now Al Jackson will stay in and pitch to Molina, Eckstein, and Erstad here. We'll see what happens. McCarver sets the target for him. Jackson nods, the left-hander. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. And it's going to be a 5-5, fly ball left field. That'll be a catch made by Brock, and he makes the catch. There's one out in the 8th inning. So not much scoring after the Angels had a 6-run 5th inning, and the Cardinals with a 4-run 3rd inning. Here's Eckstein. He's 0 for 4. McCarver puts down the sign. Jackson with the pitch. 6-7, ground ball up the middle. That's a nice play there. Let's see who he hits it to. It's a ground ball A. Maxwell makes the play, and there's 2 outs. And now here's Erstad, 2 for 3, 2 hits, and 2 RBIs. McCarver puts down the sign. Jackson nods. Here's the pitch. 5-12, ground ball the second. That's going to be hit directly at Julian Javier. Javier is a 2E30 in the hole. Gets it, throws him out, and ends the 8th inning. And Brandon Donnelly will come out and work the 9th inning. Angels 7, Cardinals 5. So Brock, Flood, Maris, left, right, left, with Donnelly still out there. Percival, I believe, will be loose. Let's see who the Angels have in this bullpen. And yeah, Percival is your closer on this team with an absolute horrible hold. So we'll see how that goes. Molina puts down the sign. Donnelly looking in from the pitch. 1-3, and that's going to be a single for Brock, I believe. That should be an auto single for Brock, I believe. Let's see. Hang on, why did it do that? 1-3 for Brock. Come on, 1-3 for Brock. Base hit Brock. So now the Cardinals bring the tying runner to the plate for Kurt Flood. Flood, the right-handed hitter. Will Brock try to run? And they'll go to Percival with his +6 hold. Oh my. Molina's a -3, -2 to hold. They'll give a +1 to Brock. Let's see if they try to steal. No, they won't steal. Flood will now hit. He's 1 for 4. Molina puts the sign down. Percival from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 1-10, base hit for Flood. And the Cardinals are back in this ball game. So Flood with a base hit. Brock will probably hold there. First. Oh, he goes first to third. So they're going to cut it off. First and third, nobody out. That run doesn't make a difference. Here is Maris. 1 for 3 in the ball game. The run scored. Molina puts the sign down. Percival trying to get it. Holy crap, look at that card. Yikes against lefties. Here's a pitch to Maris. 3-7, struck him out, and Percival keeps it on his own card, thankfully. And there is 1 out for Cepeda, right-handed hitter, luckily. Whew, that card on Percival against lefties is just ugly. First and third, 1 out for Cepeda. 2 for 4 with an RBI. Game coming down to the wire. Molina puts down the sign. Percival from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 2-6, base hit. That's going to go to the wall. 2-6. It's a 16. No, it's cut off. Cepeda will be held at first. Brock scores. Flood will go to third. It's 7-6 Angels. So the Cardinals fighting back. First and third, 1 out for McCarver. 3 for 4 and 2 RBIs for Timmy. As Percival tries to close this down. Molina puts down the sign. Percival from the stretch. First and third, one out. It's a 5-10. That's a shallow fly ball center field. Here comes Erstad. He's going to come in, make the catch. Flood will tag. No, he holds as Erstad throws a strike to Molina. There's 2 outs. We're down to the last out. 7-6 Angels, top of the ninth. Mike Shannon, 2 for 4 in the ball game with 2 singles. He got singles off Weber. So now here, they got a pinch hitter. It's going to be Ricketts. We'll bat for him. 273 hitter, home run, 14 RBIs. Molina puts down the sign. Percival from the stretch. Oh, who's on deck here? Javier. Ooh, this is one thing where I might jump to here. And we will, let's see, give you the intentional walk. They're going to intentionally walk Ricketts there because they want the strong side of Percival's card. Javier comes in. He's 1 for 4 at the RBI. So the go-ahead runner is still at second, and Ricketts is at first as the extra run. Javier will bat. Molina puts down the sign. Percival looks in. Menacing look from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 3-7. No! Ground ball to short. In the middle of everything, actually. Eckstein's got it. Goes the short way to Kennedy. Gets him and retires aside, and that's the game. And the Angels hold on and win 7-6. Wow. 4 in the third for the Cardinals, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the ninth, while the Angels had 1 in the third, 6 in the fourth, and 1 and 1, 7-6. Angels 7-9-1, Cardinals 6-15-1. Carlton with the loss only goes 3 in the third, 7 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned, 4 walks. Winning pitcher Ben Weber goes 2 2/3, 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned. That's a good man to get the win. Donnelly does a great job, goes 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned for the hold. Percival goes to 1 inning, gets the save, just barely gets through. Home runs by Brock, he hit the fair pole, and Garrett Anderson was a solid. RBIs by Brock, Cepeda had 2, McCarver had 2, Javier had 1, Erstad with 2, Anderson with 2, Gloss with 1, Kennedy with 1, and Molina with 1. So the Cardinals drop to 0-1. The Angels go 1-0. Great win for the Cardinals. They win it by the score of 7-6, 7-9-1 for the Angels, 6-15-1 for the Cardinals. Well, folks, thank you so much. It's been a long affair. Appreciate everyone here for the game today. Please hit like. Please subscribe if you haven't. So we'll have more Stratomatic Baseball in the Greatest Team season coming up possibly very short. We'll see if we can play more tonight. If not, probably more tomorrow. So please stay tuned as Greatest Stratomatic Teams League continues here on the channel. This has been your Sports Time Machine.